Let's see, the sound seems okay. And there goes. Looks like we've got a little bit of something going on here. Um, oh, great. There it is. We are live on Rumble. I like the way that just flips on Rumble as soon as it gets the live broadcast. Boom. Let me just tone this brightness down on this other camera. It's a little bright. I'm going to make that a little bit dimmer.
Steven running.
Hey, Steven.
Hi.
How's it going, buddy? Glad you made it. Okay,
Dave C. Fishing.
Hey, David Campione.
Just bought a new 18 bowl. Let's smoke.
Just bought a new 18. 18.8. So I've got the clean glass. The bowl is still packed. But you know how I do it? Look how I do this. I clean with the Q-tip up to the bowl, and I leave the bowl packed. If there's still stuff in the bowl, and I don't want to get rid of it. I've wasted too many bowls.
Dave C. Fishing.
I'm not doing that anymore.
18 millimeters.
Yep.
Vega Man 66.
Vega!
What up, Nay?
What's up, son? How's it going, bro? Maybe I should go like this, and
Dave C. Fishing.
like an internal.
In a bowl waster 2.
This thing is grabbed where it's hard to see. Oh, right, this. It's screwed into the bottom, right? Well, okay. Well, at least this will be better, I think. I want you to hear my voice nice and loud.
Man 66.
Hopefully the bowl.
Great, bro.
Hopefully everything sounds good. Now you guys got a good view here.
Vermont Bread Smith.
Vermont Bread Smith.
Pain to try to smoke through clogged glass. Hard to draw.
Got a lighter right here. I got my grapes. I got my kafefe. Look at this. Got my kafefe. We are set. All right. I hope everybody's in a good mental space to consume a little cannabis and have some fun. I've been watching some videos on the internet today. Watched a little bit of Cody Johnston and the Some More News guy. All right. No law regarding cannabis. Cheers, everybody. Let's see how...
Vermont Bread Smith. I'll join you.
All right. Let's get that ready to go first. Get the throat ready. Get the lungs ready. Okay. Now we're ready. Cheers, everybody.
Vega Man 66. Cheers. Vermont Bread Smith. PFFFFFFFF.
Jiminy, I say. What's up, buddy?
Not too much, man. Just doing shit around the house today.
Cool.
We're keeping busy. Yeah.
I was looking for Cyber, but I couldn't find him.
I don't know. Yeah, I was in here earlier, but I don't know. Cleaning my glass.
I think I just thought of a tweet. This is what needs to be said.
Hoot and howl. Evening all.
Christmas Eve, and just want to say Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah.
Slowed and throwed, bro. Remember that shit? Fucking rap, slowed and throwed shit. That shit is crazy.
Oh, easy. It's delusional. It's Christmas Eve.
Dave Sea Fishing. How about this polar freeze?
How about it? I lost all my bananas, man, but luckily all you gotta do is chop them off and they grow back. So we're good, but I'm lost. I was worried about the bears eating those leaves. They were growing stronger roots the whole time, so it's cool. It was serving a purpose, you know. But what's going to happen now is I slice all the bananas at the same height, and I have these uniform bananas all over the yard, which will be cool. They'll all be the same height. That's going to be beautiful. Instead of all these different sized plants back there. You cut the bananas down about 6 inches just to a stump. And
FJA
they
Rocks
grow
Tea
right
Gemstone.
They're
Hey,
fast.
brother.
They grow really fast. You know, inches a day. It's crazy.
Really?
Yeah, they grow so fast.
FJA Rocks Tea Gemstone. Been busy as hell, but I'm here. Let's get stoned as F.
J Rocks. I just hit the goddamn glue, bro. I am. Boom, 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 boom. That's where I'm at, bro.
FJA Rocks Tea Gemstone. The black, too strong.
No, man, don't fuck with that. Don't fuck with the true black. That's only for emergency situations. That's for like 911 shit, bro. I'm on the glue. I'm on the glue. In fact, I've got to cash this bowl out, right, and start
FJA Rocks
anew.
Tea Gemstone.
Start anew.
LMAO, I'm in a true black situation.
Oh, are you in a true black? Tell me the
FJA Rocks Tea
what's
Gemstone.
what's the situation, son?
ID love it.
What's the you got pain or you need sleep? It's either one or the other for true black. It's like a tool in the shed, but you only need it for two things, bro. You either have to go to sleep or you have to alleviate pain. I mean, okay, you could have fun for a few minutes on True Black, you know, you will. So I guess you call it getting stoned as opposed to getting high.
FJA Rocks Tea Gemstone.
I prefer getting high to getting stoned.
Just moved
We should
in.
do a whole
Been going
show
for 2 weeks straight.
called that. What do you
Would
prefer?
love it for both.
Getting high or getting stoned? What's your favorite? You know, and hear what everybody says. Because I know a lot of my friends are the stone type. They're just going to be like, dude, it's all about getting stoned. And I'm just going to be like, you know, it's all about getting high. I'm a high fly tree guy. Where is high fly tree guy? Where is he? I don't know. What happened to him? Where did he go? Dude, I've got
FJA
all
Rocks Tea
this
Gemstone.
shake.
High all day, stoned all HT for me.
I don't want to hit a seed. I think I might be safe here.
I'm starting to like some of the hybrids more than just straight indica.
Oh, yeah. Oh, everything's a hybrid, bro.
FJA Rocks Tea
everything's a hybrid.
Gemstone.
That's the best. Hybrids.
Merry Christmas Eve or whatever you celebrate, homie. Happy days.
Right on there, J Rocks. Right on, buddy. Right on. Burn now, bow, bow, burn now, burn now, burn. There's a delay effect on that song. it's like a multi-tap delay. It's like burn out, burn out, burn out. It's like burn out, burn out, burn out. There's some kind of an echo going on. And it's really cool in that song. That echo is really cool. I wonder if I get in trouble for playing it. You know, you never know from song to song if you're going to be allowed to play something or not. Don Felder.
FJA Rocks T, Gemstone. Only on the bass line though. I think I know what you mean.
It's all over YouTube, but you know, if I play it on my podcast, I might get shut down super fast. But let's just listen to the delay at the beginning. It's right at the beginning. So, I'll probably get in trouble for that. I need to find out where that first shot is. There's like an intro. Yeah. Hey, Rogie. Right here. Check this shit out. Listen to the delay. Hear it? See, it's
FJA Rocks T, Gemstone. Play it at 1.25 speed.
Really? With that, then I can get away with it? Dude, you're a fucking genius. Really? So fast. This song is so slow.
Yo. FJA Rocks T, Gemstone. Maybe not whole song though, LMAO.
It's such a great song. It's such a great song. Anyway, we've got Jiminy in the house.
FJA Rocks T, Gemstone. It's a jam.
Yeah.
We've got
FJA Rocks
Jiminy.
T, Gemstone. What up, Meek?
J-Rock says Meek. Oh, you mean Merc? Merc, what's up, buddy? Definitely not Meek. It's Merc. He's here. The Mercmeister. The Mercman. The Mercinator.
Billy Ballantyne. Hi.
Merkin for a living.
Happy birthday.
Billy.
FJA Rocks T, Gemstone.
Hey,
Merc LMAO autocorrect.
Yes.
happy Festivus. All right, no law regarding cannabis. Jiminy.
Jesse Relier.
Jesse Relier.
Hey there, nay.
J Rocks. Billy Ballantyne.
FJA Rocks T, Gemstone.
No, today's not. No,
Is
I'm
it your
not.
daunt
I'm
day?
not Jesus Christ. But I have been confused with him before.
Cheers.
Cheers to everybody that's in the Rumble too. Cheers to all of you. Cheers. Cheers, Jiminy.
FJA Rocks T, Gemstone. Cheers.
Thank you, Lisa.
Roger Batchelder. Cheers, nay.
Until it explodes.
Billy Ballantyne.
Ba-na-na-na.
Christmas is officially in my sports ball folder next to cocktail parties and town meetings. Fuck this shit.
Ba-na-na, ba, ba, ba-na-na-na. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Ba-na-na-na, da-na, ba-na, dun, 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 dun. No. I'm an old man. I'm sorry. I'm into the old music. something's going on. DeSantis calls Trump a moron. Oh, that's cute. My mom would actually agree with Ron DeSantis on something, you know? Hey, Mom. Hey, Mom. How much you want to bet you would agree with Ron DeSantis on something? He called Trump a moron. There you go. And she goes, and he's a moron too. My mom rocks, bro. She rocks. Don't piss her off. Breaking news. Trump White House drafted a press release threatening to fire anyone who disagreed with false fraud claims. Dude, this just came out 8 hours ago. You're hearing it here first, folks. The Trump White House drafted a press release threatening to fire anyone who didn't agree with former President Donald Trump's false election fraud claims, which led to the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. The January 6th committee released its final report this week and has also been steadily releasing transcripts of shocking testimony. The latest batch of transcripts includes the revelation in Pat Cipolloni's deposition that a memo okay, here we go.
Transcripts in tonight of testimony by some of the key
Someone's
figures
got
before
some
the House
throaty
January
throat
6th
stuff
committee.
going on.
It comes just on the heels of that committee's final report.
He's got a little
Crafting that
scratchy
report,
throat.
The committee was aiming to write history as well as to prevent one of the worst chapters of American history from ever repeating itself. We're going to have more on that and the new testimony. That
I would definitely say more on.
Jessica Schneider.
Schneider.
Now. Jessica, tell us what we're learning.
Tell us what we're learning, Jessica.
Yeah,
Here we go,
new
Jessica.
Released transcripts numbering more than 40, and they fill thousands of pages. They include really big names like Ivanka Trump, Hope Hicks, and former Attorney General Bill Barr. Our team has been parsing through the pages, and we've actually learned for the first time that Ivanka Trump did in fact hand over text messages to the committee, though we're still not clear exactly about the contents of those texts. Ivanka did tell the committee, however, that she never exchanged any texts with Trump, her father, on any device. The committee has also uncovered a White House press release, get this, that was drafted but never actually sent, that would have called for firing anyone who disagreed with Trump's false claims of election fraud. So, Jim, the committee has said that these transcripts will keep coming out over the next few days through the end of this year. But really, the most riveting details are contained in that 845-page report that was released last night.
And that's it, huh? That's the end of it? Did I do something? I don't know what happened. That was weird. Okay, what else is going on in the world? Let's see. Let's eat a grape.
Billy Ballantyne. Christmas is some redundant, mundane bullshit. I'm not insulting religious holidays. I'm describing them.
Yeah, I decided not to do that this Christmas. It's going to be nice to everybody for a change.
Billy Ballantyne. It's cost me 5 GS.
Well, You gotta do what you gotta do, son. What does Bitcoin miner capitulation mean for the price of Bitcoin? I don't know. I'm kind of willing to ask that question because I don't know. So let's see what this article says. With the price of Bitcoin falling and the price of energy increasing, Bitcoin miners. What is this, dude? I picked something up off the floor. It was weird. With my toe, I said, "There's something here on the floor." I just vacuumed, so I'm like, "What is this?" Like, there's something on the floor. Oh, here it is. Oh, I got it. It's a diced onion. That's right, everybody. A diced onion from the hot dog I had
Newton Howell.
after I vacuumed the floor.
5 GS of sugar.
And what's this right here? It's another diced onion. That's right, 2 diced onions on the floor. Diced onions from my hot dog. If you were wondering, I mean, I told you there was something on the floor. I wasn't fucking around. I wasn't lying. I literally stopped the fucking bit just
Billy
to
Valentine.
report in.
I keep my onions there too. Onion Brothers.
I'm throwing these away in the garbage with the ashes right now. There they go. Okay now. Hey now. Look.
LIKEY 83. Cochino.
All right, I'm going to turn that voice down a little bit. And I'm just kind of curious about this. So what it says is, with the price of Bitcoin falling and the price of energy increasing, Bitcoin miners have had a difficult time making money in 2022. With margins getting squeezed hard, some are now shutting down operations entirely in a process known as Bitcoin miner capitulation. The most obvious sign yet of Bitcoin miner capitulation is the filing of Chapter 11 bankruptcy by Core Scientific. There are 2 different schools of thought on what Bitcoin miner capitulation means for the future price of Bitcoin. There is both a bearish scenario and a bullish scenario. Didn't one of the trendies at one point say they were going to mine Bitcoin and buy some systems, some rigs? Was that Andrew
Billy Valentine.
that did that?
Should have put the onions in your coffee. Make it a Russian cough, Effie.
I just made it a crotch coffee. Oh,
Billy
nothing I can do about that.
Yes. Andrew.
Yeah, so... Okay, the most obvious sign yet of Bitcoin miner capitulation is the filing of Chapter 11 bankruptcy by Core Scientific. Right. Okay, so there are 2 different schools of thought on what Bitcoin miner capitulation means for the future price of Bitcoin. There is both a bearish scenario and a bullish scenario. The bearish scenario, Bitcoin miners going out of business, is bad for the price of Bitcoin. It's easy to make. Most obviously, any failure of Bitcoin mining contributes to the overall bearish sentiment in the market for Bitcoin. Wall Street investment banks will no longer recommend Bitcoin mining stocks as contrarian plays, and they will no longer recommend Bitcoin. Everything related to Bitcoin starts to look like a sell. Once Bitcoin miners start shutting down operations, the download spiral really begins. We've seen this already with a few bankruptcies and near bankruptcies of companies in the Bitcoin mining sector. In September, for example, we saw the filing of Chapter 11 bankruptcy by Compute North, which provides data, hosting services, and infrastructure for Bitcoin mining companies. Immediately, investors began checking to see which Bitcoin miners had significant exposure to Compute North. In a worst-case scenario, Bitcoin miners will actually start going out of business, and when they do this, they will need to
Billy
liquidate
Valentine.
everything.
Mining Bitcoin on your own is as sustainable as a heroin addiction in Ethiopia.
Including their Bitcoin holdings. This is what they're going to need to liquidate. As might be imagined, this puts further
Big Myth
selling pressure
83.
on the price of Bitcoin.
Hash.
Coffee. That's why some traders are now predicting that Bitcoin might fall as low as 10,000 based simply on fears about Bitcoin miner capitulation. Now that's the bearish scenario. Here's the bullish scenario. The bullish case, Bitcoin miners going out of business, is good for the price of Bitcoin, is harder to make and may require a leap of faith for new crypto investors. Historically, Bitcoin miner capitulation has been one of the best signs we're close to reaching a market bottom. In the 2018 Bitcoin cycle, for example, Bitcoin miner capitulation started when Bitcoin fell to $6,000 and continued all the way down to $3,000. Then a new Bitcoin rally began. So from this perspective, we might be getting ready for another Bitcoin rally. As Bitcoin rallies in price from market bottom, Bitcoin mining will once again become profitable, and all the mining companies that manage to avoid going out of business in this cycle will be able to participate in the upside potential. Then, as Bitcoin miners become more profitable, Wall Street investment banks will begin to recommend them, and so the cycle begins anew. Of course, past performance is no guarantee of future performance, so be careful about relying too much on historical price data. The bullish case for Bitcoin miner capitulation also includes factors that are unique to the crypto market, such as the overall Bitcoin hash rate, which is a measure of how much computing power is being used to mine Bitcoin at any point in time. When Core Scientific filed for bankruptcy, it specifically mentioned the increase in the global Bitcoin network hash rate as a key factor. The bullish case also includes analysis of the amount of Bitcoin currently held in the digital wallets of Bitcoin miners. According to analysts, miners are not dumping Bitcoin right now, which could be a positive sign for the price of Bitcoin. So, then this is the summary. Is Bitcoin a buy right now? Bitcoin miner capitulation is an interesting starting point for thinking about what will happen to Bitcoin over the next 12 months. While there is certainly room for debate about what this one particular signal means for Bitcoin, I'm firmly in the camp that thinks Bitcoin miner capitulation is a positive sign for the future of Bitcoin. That's the author. I'm bullish both short-term and long-term on Bitcoin. God, I hope so. Because I'm just getting beat up all over the place. I could be driving a Porsche right now, you know. Psst. On the ice like Iceman. While the Core Scientific bankruptcy filing is certainly cause for concern, the company has specifically said that bankruptcy will not disrupt operations. It will not liquidate its Bitcoin holdings and will try to hold on for dear life for the arrival of the next Bitcoin rally. That pretty much sums up what many Bitcoin investors must be thinking right now. Bad news might be good news when it comes to Bitcoin. If the Core Scientific bankruptcy is a sign of Bitcoin miner capitulation, then the market can finally hit a bottom. From there, the only way forward is up.
Another Bitcoin news with our Week in Review panel with CoinDesk Managing Editor of Technology, Christy Harkin in Toronto, a very snowy Toronto, I'll add, and Managing Editor of Markets, Fred Cowan in Austin. Welcome, Christy and Brad. Happy holidays. Oh, very festive. Jeez.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. I should have worn red. I missed that memo. All right.
She has an ankh hanging behind her on the
let's
wall.
start with
I
the
really don't
market.
think she celebrates
There's
Christmas.
green in the markets, Brad. Well, you know, Bitcoin moving slightly up.
She's got a lot of red and white
within
behind
a
her,
narrow
though.
trading range, low volatility out there. Are we due for a breakout or more of the same?
Oh, no, it looks like she's got some mistletoe above the door, too.
You know, we've been talking about
My
this
bad.
just on our kind of morning markets team meetings. I mean, it's up a little bit, it's down a little bit this week, but there's nothing that's changing. You know, the story, the narrative, we're right here kind of in the $16,000 to $17,000 range in Bitcoin. And, it's been a...
Dude, it's so funny watching this video. It is exactly where the price is.
Length here. We sort of figured that out in our discussions today. But
isn't this funny?
it's been an exhausting and painful year, for
it says
everybody
828,
in this industry
827.
and crypto traders.
His says
nursing
827.
losses,
It's like a
all these
live
companies that are
broadcast.
you know, just not
826.
doing very well, and you know, people have lost a ton of money, and so it's, you know, Glenn Williams, our analyst, was
You gotta
just
hang on,
writing this
baby.
morning that the market
You gotta hodl.
volumes are really falling off a cliff here in this kind of, you know, last couple days.
You
before
only
the,
lose money if you
you know, the
sell.
Christmas weekend, and then, you know, next week probably likely to also be pretty slow.
And yet we had a chart this week showing that whales might be starting to accumulate BTC. And so
Where is trendy
is slightly bullish,
motherfucking
right?
orca at right now? We need some
Yeah,
whales.
you know, I mean, people are
Some
really,
whales up in this bitch.
Again, you know, it's sort of, here we are at the end of the year, and it just seems like the market has just been, you know, just.
I'm holding on to my
you know,
cash.
really
I gotta pay
bad,
taxes.
You know, down all year, and now it's just kind of lost all momentum.
I got
so, you know, people are
$17,700
anything
gotta go
that
out.
Seems like a little
Boom,
spark or
gone.
a green shoot, or, you know, something that
I know that's coming.
might get
1st of
people
January, I know
excited.
that.
So this was something that Omkar Godbole, one of our top persons.
I should probably send it out right now.
Noticed earlier today some of the data showing that yeah, some of the larger
'Cause
whales
I know
are
I fucking
possibly
owe it.
starting to accumulate. So that could put, you know, potentially put some support under the market.
We
You
also
know,
have
I
the
don't-
CoinDesk
Lady
market
Valentine.
index sector rotation
I'm
analysis
holding
that shows
onto
that
mine,
crypto traders
too.
in general are
I gotta
moving
eat
to
pizza.
more defensive positions, preferring larger cryptocurrencies like BTC and
I gotta eat
ETH.
pizza.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of interesting. I mean, this is something that we had not seen as recently a couple weeks ago. People looking at the Bitcoin dominance ratio and noting that, you know, a lot of times when we have a big sell-off, like we did in November with the FTX collapse, that, you know, people kind of go into, you know, what for crypto are the safe haven assets of Bitcoin, and I guess Ethereum is number 2, gets, you know, sort of sneaks into that category. But yeah, I mean, the past couple of weeks, it does seem like people are moving into, you know, more of those cryptocurrencies perceived as safest, which in this case really just happen to be the largest.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, it was also a big week for FTX, you know, and particularly Sam Bankman-Fried. You know, he was denied bail last week. He appeared on Monday. The court was confused. Judge said it was a waste of time. He apparently wanted to be extradited to the United States to waive his right to, you know, contest U.S. extradition. But his Bahamian lawyer wasn't apprised of the situation. And so the session was adjourned, and then they reappeared on Wednesday. And again, Sam Bankman-Fried came before the court asking to waive his right to contest U.S. extradition. Immediately, he was on board a flight from the Bahamas to Manhattan. By Thursday, a hearing happened where he was granted a $250 million bail bond. And by Friday, right today, he's home with his parents in Palo Alto, California, and his next court date is January 3rd. So another big development in the FTX case, as well as former CEO of Alameda Research, Caroline
So he had
Ellison, and
$250,000
co-founder of
cash.
FTX, Kerry Wong, have pled guilty to federal fraud charges. And so it looks like they are cooperating with investigators, and they will be key witnesses in the case against Sam Bankman-Fried. Meanwhile, Quadriga CX. Let's visit Canada for a second here. So a bit of background. Quadriga CX was the biggest crypto exchange in Canada. It was revealed to be basically a Ponzi scheme run by then CEO Gerald Cotton, who died under mysterious circumstances in India. And back in February of 2019, Ernst & Young revealed it had accidentally sent over 100 Bitcoin to what is described as Quadriga's cold wallets that were only accessible to Gerald Cotton, and which they could not access. And now these coins are moving, Christy. What is going on?
Yeah, this is the story that just keeps on giving, isn't it? We've got a lot of weird stuff going on with this Quadriga CX story. And I've been, you know, I was one of the early users of Quadriga here in Canada. I used to use it all the time, in and out. And I actually knew Gerald a little bit, and so all of this was super shocking to those of us who used Quadriga. Well, most of us there were rumblings, but most of us were super shocked when all of this happened. There have been documentaries, there's been a lot of speculation about whether or not Gerald is actually dead. So, hence your air quotes, Christine, I imagine. And so here's the thing, for a little bit of background, is that when Gerald Cotton died, it was discovered that all of the access to his cold storage, any accounts, anything that was related to customer accounts, he took the keys of all of that to his grave, meaning nobody was able to move any funds. And apparently, back in 2019, Ernst & Young accidentally transferred about 100 Bitcoins to what was assumed to be Quadriga's cold wallets. Now, cold storage wallets are not even online. They are, offline storage, super safe, super secure, can't be hacked into, meaning that whoever has the keys to those wallets must really be somehow super connected to his accounts. Of course, that's going to stir up all kinds of questions about whether or not he's actually dead again, or perhaps whether one of his close associates, I dare say people are going to, wonder if it was his wife. I don't want to speculate that is, because we do not know who is moving those funds. But of course, there's going to be all kinds of rumors and guesses out there. There was some speculation that maybe it was an inside job from Ernst & Young. That's been pretty much slapped down. So yeah, what does this mean? And where are those funds going? So some internet sleuths, some Bitcoin sleuths, don't forget, Bitcoin is an open ledger. You can follow the trail. Yeah, you can read it, you can figure out where they're going, but what did we figure out? We figured out they were actually going to some various Wasabi wallet addresses, and Wasabi is an open source, zero knowledge, non-custodial wallet that uses coin joining by default over the privacy preserving Tor networks. So what we're looking at here is somebody who knows how to obfuscate the path of these Bitcoins. It's going to be super hard to find out where this money is going and who is taking it, where it's going to end up. It's using one of the most sophisticated privacy tools out there. Now, it's not perfect. Somebody might be able to suss this out.
Call the
Mossad.
Mossad.
But it's pretty tricky.
They'll crack that
when
shit
you're coin
in a day.
joining, it's a process of taking multiple transaction inputs and combining them into one transaction, and it makes it really hard to figure out who owns the coins after the transaction, who owns which coin. Sometimes coin joining is conflated with coin mixing, which is often associated with a centralized custodial service that mixes coins. This isn't quite the same thing, but for all intents and purposes, putting aside the sort of the technical distinctions, it's a way of mixing coins in the way that one would commonly think of this sort of privacy technique. The thing you have to understand, though, is coin joining is fantastic for maintaining privacy when you're dealing with an open ledger like the Bitcoin blockchain. Having a degree of privacy for your financial history is a good thing. But of course, it can also be abused by people who are doing bad things. In this case, whoever is mysteriously moving around these Quadriga coins.
If the coins go onto off-ramps, off-rails with some sort of institution or whatever where you have to cash it out, maybe they wouldn't be stupid enough to do that. But
the thing is that the path is going to be so obfuscated. It's going to be so obfuscated by the time it gets there that it might be hard to figure out that these were actually the coins that came from the wallet. So it's not like they're just sending it from a wallet we recognize from an address we recognize to an address that's been KYC'd. There's going to be all kinds of, obfuscation along the way. And by the time we get there, we're not going to know where those coins came from.
Huh. Wow, that's the end. That's crazy. A military complex in Moscow has been destroyed. Huh. Is that true? You guys heard about that?
Hoot and howl.
Okay.
Not yet, I haven't.
Elon Musk defends FBI. DeSantis calls Trump a moron who has no business running for president. Former staffers say. Okay. Lots of flight cancellations all around the United States. Adidas gets horrible Kanye West news.
Billy Ballantyne. I was going to do the dishes, but my flight was cancelled. Fuck it.
Yeah, I don't care about any of these stories. For the most part, is what I'm saying. Let's see if there's anything going on right up in here. Dangerous temperatures. Found baby that was missing. Lead singer Faithless has died. Pele's in the hospital. A 16-foot reticulated python was rescued in Austin, Texas, after being missing for months. 16 foot. I wonder what that thing ate while it was missing. I wonder if there's any pets missing in the area. You know, we've kind of had a slowdown on all the wild cats that used to be running around here. The truth about how often you should wash your hair. You know what I say about that? Never. I've always said that. But let me just see what this says. A recent report about cancer-causing chemical being detected in some dry shampoos may have you rethinking your hair care routine, but experts say there isn't a one-size-fits-all answer to how often you should wash your hair or what you can do to maintain the off days. Some people just think that they have to wash their hair every day or they're going to get very greasy hair. They don't actually have greasy hair, scalp. On the other hand, they may not be able to tolerate going to... Yeah. What's this say? Personal. What works best for you. Once or twice a week. Less than once weekly to avoid breaking brittle split ends.
Billy Ballantyne. It was missing for 14 days. Means it only ate once, and yes. Probably a cat.
It didn't have to eat. Maybe they fed that thing before
Billy
it got
Ballantyne.
out, you know?
I was my hair once a week.
Could have just been sleeping somewhere, digesting the last thing they fed it. Yeah, I basically I wash my hair, with water, but I don't use shampoo. CNN says there are blasts deep inside Russia from December 6th. Okay, that's old.
Billy Ballantyne.
Weird.
I hope it did eat. A midget.
Old.
They are a scourge
article.
on democracy.
Then pop-up came up on my screen, so I closed their fucking shit site out. Because fuck them. I ain't trying to hear that. Adam something 6 months ago. Why a Mars colony is a dangerous and stupid idea. 1.8 million views. I love it. I've been telling you guys that forever.
Lone genius Elon Musk here, full of good ideas that always work out. Tell me, wouldn't it be epic to live on a Mars colony? Life on the Red Frontier. What could be more le epic Reddit 420 Keanu Reeves than that? But just what is a Mars colony? Well, it's a colony on Mars. It's the reason why SpaceX exists in the first place, and they are already working on it. The establishment of the colony itself, together with a lunar base, is scheduled for 2022, as announced in 2017. Following 5 years of feverish work, the project is already in the CGI rendering stage. The colony will feature cool surface domes, a ton of solar panels, and a remote-controlled self-destruct mechanism in case colonists try to unionize. Join us on this exciting suicide mission which doesn't have any practical goals or justifications beyond lol, we're on Mars. Yeah, a Mars colony is an extremely stupid and dangerous idea, and it will be for the foreseeable future. And
It is time to smoke.
If you are excited about the Mars colony, chances are it's because of
it's
Elon
420
Musk.
in Newfoundland.
People like Elon Musk who pay millions of dollars to market themselves as
No law
a
regarding
open
cannabis,
source,
everybody.
have managed to convince a lot of people that our level of
Jiminy,
technology is far more advanced
microphone,
than it is.
cheers.
I call this the Marvel effect, since their movies do the exact same thing. Don't tell me that when you first saw the SHIELD helicarrier, you didn't think it was kinda sorta possible to build in real life with our existing technology. And don't get me wrong, we have come a long way in terms of what we can accomplish.
Billy
but
Ballantyne.
colonizing Mars with our own fucking
Nobody's
terraforming
going to
is still
Mars.
out of our reach. But even
Dude
if we had
can't
the
even
technology,
handle
We've
the
covered
website
that on
named
this
after
show
Bert Tall.
many, many times. But let's cover it
So
again.
throughout the video, we'll be considering the following points: the
Cheers.
logistics of getting to Mars, the potential justifications for a colony, the practical problems of living on Mars, the psychological effects on colonists, fucking terraforming, better alternatives to Mars, and a mystery point, codenamed Absolute Trainwreck. And I find the psychological effect especially concerning. Your mental health and Mars aren't exactly a match made in heaven. Exercising mental hygiene is hard enough on Earth, but thankfully, Fabulous is an app that can help you do just that. The sponsor of today's video, Fabulous is your digital coach, a happiness trainer, so to speak. It's the #1 self-care app out there to help you build better habits and achieve your goals. Fabulous really helped me maintain my mental health after reading about Elon Musk's Mars-related ideas. Based on behavioral science, it helps you develop great, healthy habits and routines, backed up by science, real science, for a healthier, more productive and fulfilling lifestyle. The app will help you create your own rituals, the small steps that lead to big changes. The two main ways to use the app are habit tracking and dedicated programs. In habit tracking, you can choose from 100 plus recommended habits, or you can create your own. Let's get started. Problem number 1, the logistics of getting there. The average distance between Earth and Mars is about 230 million kilometers. It's average because the distance constantly varies. Earth and Mars don't orbit the Sun at the same speed, so you can't just launch a spacecraft willy-nilly. You have to time it right in a so-called launch window, so the trip is as short as possible. This launch window is about 30 days, occurring every 26 months. Launching in this window means that the trip to Mars will only take 7 to 9 months. The logistical implications of this are of course pretty severe. If a resupply mission fails for whatever reason, you're potentially looking at a more than 2-year delay of supplies. Not to mention the risk of something going wrong during landing. Now, recently the rate of failure for Mars missions seems to be lower, but compared to a Mars colony, those are very simple missions where you aren't trying to land years worth of supplies or actual colonists. For me, this would mean sending twice or even 3 times the amount of needed supplies at the same time for a Mars colony with separate transportation just in case 1 or even 2 of them crash land or something. Of course, cargo can stay in space for longer, so I can imagine you could also pre-launch a whole lot of cargo ships even outside of the launch window in a way that they would reach Mars at predetermined times. But this is still suboptimal. Unmanned missions can afford the risk of failure, manned missions cannot. Nothing can go wrong, which means lots of fail-safes, lots of backup, consequently the costs will be horrendous. And for what? Let's take a look at the potential justifications for a Mars colony. And the problem is, there are none. Discounting arguments like it's for science or the ATIQ law on Mars, currently we have absolutely no reason to be there in person. There are no valuables to extract in large quantities, but even if there were, shipping them back to Earth would make it the most unprofitable venture in human history. In terms of science, there is not much humans could do that rovers can't. Mars is a rock desert. There is not much opportunity to be productive. Now, overpopulation and escaping climate change are reasons.
That was hilarious. Okay, let's see what he says about this.
People sometimes bring up in favor of colonizing Mars, and both are rather stupid. First off, with appropriate planning and technology, Earth can support vastly more people. Overpopulation is only a problem with our current, wasteful space use and inefficient food production. If we fixed those, with the magic of science, overpopulation would stop being a problem. If you expanded the population density of the Netherlands to the planet's entire land surface, you could, theoretically, house 75 billion people. Or even if we take half of that, that's still 38 billion, about 5 times the Earth's current population. But if you insist on decreasing the Earth's population through a Mars colony, realistically, you'll have decreased it by about 50, and it only costs you $40 billion per person. So if you want to affect the overpopulation problem, instead of assembling a colonization mission to Mars, you would achieve more by bulk ordering condoms and handing them out on a street corner for free. As for climate change, people, including Elon Musk, make it sound like Mars would be humanity's plan B in case of a climate disaster on Earth. But by humanity,
Really,
Elon
Valentine?
actually means the select few.
Where are they
aka
gonna
the
get
top
their
1%.
aggro?
What, you thought you would be on the evacuation rocket? Even assuming we can put together a city-sized functional colony on Mars and we can evacuate, say, 1 million people via rockets, those seats will be distributed based on leverage. You will be on the rocket if you can buy, lobby, or otherwise force your way onto it. And while there are only a few thousand billionaires out there are plenty of millionaires to go around, more than willing to escape the planet in case of a global catastrophe. Humanity's so-called Plan B in case of a climate disaster on Earth would just be a rescue operation for the planet's ruling class, nothing more. But even if the ruling class or anyone else made it there, soon the harsh reality would start setting in. Namely, the problems with living on Mars. Mars is a kind of orange hell for human beings with a wide range of dying opportunities available to you.
Orange
Martian
hell
atmospheric pressure
for
is less than
human
1%
beings.
below
Really,
Earth,
Valentine?
which means a very thin atmosphere, which means
AFK.
harmful solar radiation and micrometeorites. Tiny stones flying like bullets aimed at buildings and your pressure suit's visor. Moreover, on Earth, the coldest temperature ever recorded was minus 89 Celsius, measured in the Arctic. On Mars, temperatures often go below minus 120. Even if you have a warm period, the thin atmosphere just won't retain any heat. Mars's outer core is also frozen solid, meaning no dynamo effect, meaning no
fact,
magnetic shield,
cold as
meaning
hell.
hazardous levels of cosmic radiation.
And
Even
there's
if you
no
dig
one
in to avoid said
there
radiation, colonists
to
will be exposed to
raise
higher than
them,
average rates for the rest of
even
their
if you
lives.
did.
That means after some years, rates of cancer will be through the roof. In addition, gravity is 1/3 that of Earth, so even though you would be able to lift heavy things and bound around, thanks for the tape, Elon, there's no telling what health problems
And
gravity
all
would
the
cause. The lowest
science
stayed microgravity so
I
far
don't
is less than a
understand.
minute. Beyond that, we can only extrapolate. How would the low gravity of Mars affect pregnancies? Or
It's
your
just my
cardiovascular system?
job,
Who wants to be the
5
first one to
days a
find out?
week.
In light of these dangers, as far as I can tell, pretty
The
CGI
Rocket
and slick domes on the Martian surface are complete bullshit. Unless you're planning to die. But if you aren't, your only option is to
Rocket
dig in, build a single life in
Man.
a Martian underground bunker, only coming out occasionally when there isn't a solar flare, blanketing the surface with dangerous levels of radiation. The wide variety of lethal dangers, plus
And I
being
think
cramped
it's
together in
gonna
a small
be a
underground bunker
long,
with dozens
long
of others
time
for the rest of your
for
life
touch
will surely
that
do wonders for
brings
your
me
mental
round
health, by the
again
way.
to
And let's talk
find.
about that. The psychological effects on colonists. Now, some people might say we cannot tell for certain what the mental health effects on the colonists would be because there is simply no such precedent. And they would be wrong to say that. We absolutely have precedent, and it's not looking too good. Consider this Quartz article titled It's completely ridiculous to think that humans could live on Mars. In this article, there's a useful snippet we
I
will now
love
read
the
together.
title.
Despite having a completely breathable atmosphere and plenty of fresh water, Antarctica has no permanent residents. Nobody wants to live there. Scientists who work at Arctic bases suffer from a mental health disorder called winter over syndrome, characterized by symptoms such as depression, irritability, aggressive behavior, insomnia, memory deficits, and the occurrence of mild fugue states known as the Antarctic stare. Since it must be a bit like living with a colony of zombies, it's no wonder that they want to stay drunk all winter. Imagine this, but without the atmosphere outside, plus all the deadly hazards, the thought that you won't be going home ever again, and the fact that your lives are constantly on a knife's edge, because if your life support systems fail, there won't be any rescue operations. In such conditions, all colonists would be varying degrees of insane after a month. If just one of them starts a fire, sabotages the life support system, or opens the airlock, everyone will be dead. Now, these mental health problems are caused by Mars being Mars, a hazardous rock desert. But what if we could change that? Turn this dead planet into Earth 2.0. So let's talk about fucking terraforming. Okay, first off, let's get the obvious out of the way. As things currently stand, terraforming Mars is
fucking magic.
We do not have the resources or technology to terraform a planet, despite what Elon Musk would want you to believe. That's more of that Marvel effect, I guess. From the SpaceX website. It's a little cold, but we can warm it up. Presumably Elon will press the magic big brain science button, and Mars will just get warmer.
He's such
the
an
number
idiot.
one thing you would need to do on Mars is to create an atmosphere.
He literally
That's,
says
according
this.
to NASA, if you combine all sources of greenhouse gases on Mars, you would end up with an atmosphere 6.9% that of Earth.
People are such
93.1%
suckers.
short of your goal. Nuking the Martian ice caps, as suggested by countless Reddit and Twitter experts, would net you 1.2% of Earth's atmosphere. Without an Earth-like atmosphere, there is not much else you can do, and this would only be the first hurdle to overcome. Terraforming is something we just don't have the technology or resources for. Even with our current level of advancement, terraforming to us is like traffic engineering to Elon Musk, or basic empathy for his fellow human beings, or not harassing employees sexually. But if that's the case, what else should we do? Let's look at some of the better alternatives to Mars.
Boom!
First off, a simple alternative.
Dude,
for
I wonder if
enthusiasts out
Thunderfoot
there.
has seen
If you want to
this.
try out what it would be like to live on a Mars colony, get together
I'm gonna
with your
tweet this
enthusiast
at
friends
Thunderfoot.
and crowdfund a trip to Antarctica.
Oh
That
my
should curb all
God.
your enthusiasm within a few months. But suppose we are really serious about colonization, and why not? I think it's a good idea. So why not create a colony on the moon first? The moon has about 0% atmosphere compared to Mars' 0.6%, so as far as you're concerned, they're essentially the same. You'll have a much nicer view of space, and travel time is only 3 days instead of 7 to 9 months. If something goes wrong, you can go back to Earth, or at least have a panic module able to sustain you until help arrives. On the moon, your internet latency is only 2.5 seconds instead of half an hour, and you don't have to deal with the soul-crushing realization that you'll never see your friends and family again. Having a permanent base on the moon could also have actual justifications, like an observatory complex free of atmospheric interference, or a spaceport that could take advantage of the lower gravity, or space tourism facilities for rich assholes, or a massive solar panel installation that can beam back power to Earth, and so on. Some of these ideas are still highly theoretical, others are more feasible, but there is a good chance we'll be seeing at least one of them becoming reality within our lifetime. But what if you just can't let this whole Mars business go? If a moon colony isn't enough for you, you also want to terraform. Well, I have good news. There is a great opportunity for you to satisfy your scientism-oriented urges. Planet Earth is a great candidate for terraforming. There are vast
right?
areas on this planet that are unsuitable for large-scale human habitat.
God.
How about we practice by terraforming the Sahara Desert, and also making sure we don't kill the Amazon rainforest in the process? That would be a great first step, and it would benefit most of everyone. But that doesn't sound sci-fi enough, so Elon Musk will stick talking about Mars, because that's how you maintain the Tesla stock bubble. So as we can see, Mars colony plans are somewhere
Bubble.
between complete
It's just now
absurdity and
burst.
stock manipulation. But there is one last part of this video. The mystery segment promised early on. One last point to hammer home the true extent of the absurdity of the agitation around colonizing Mars. We need to talk about the lowest common denominator, on par with Nigerian prince email scams and low-effort NFTs. Mars One. Holy shit. And just what is Mars One? The project was announced in 2012. The goal? To establish a permanent colony on Mars by 2025 with volunteers who get a one-way ticket and will live out the rest of their lives on the planet. The project was headed by a guy named Bas Lansdorp. And no, that text box wasn't me. I took this picture straight from the official Mars One Twitter. Wow, I remember when other serious organizations like NASA used MS Paint for their promo material. Now you might be asking, who in the name of Jesus Rotary Christ would sign up for this? And the answer is, people who either have nothing to fear or nothing to lose. Usually the latter. 200,000 people to be precise, 100 of whom made it to the shortlist. Wife threatens divorce after her husband is considered for one-way trip to space. There is only a slim chance of Mr. Sullivan being selected to live on Mars, as just 24 people will be chosen, but his wife said he did not ask her opinion before completing the application form and said that she could not contemplate leaving her children. However, Mr. Sullivan says he loves his family more than Mars, but also wants to be the first to live on the red planet and make a name for himself. Wow, that's one way
On
to go divorce,
Mars.
I guess. I'm not going to show any names or faces.
So
but
banish
looking through the
himself
list
from
of
this
applicants,
planet.
their faces don't exactly scream balanced, happy life and healthy psychology. Now, as for the mission timeline of Mars 1, well, you can find official but completely contradictory information online. The dates are just all over the place. Go figure. I'll just use the Wikipedia page and one of their official promotion videos. 2014, drafting mission concept studies, requesting proposals from aerospace companies, proof of concept for key technologies required. 2015, reducing applicant pool to 40. The candidate pool was reduced to 100.
Top of the hour.
2016, the first comes satellite and lander to demonstrate key
If you
technology.
came to
One
smoke,
initial concept study by Lockheed Martin, lander,
you've
and
come to the
survey
right
satellite
place.
technology orbiter, not funded nor designed. 2020, settlement components are set up on Mars. 2022, crew departure from Earth, and the first colonists would have arrived in 2023, with the second crew arriving by 2025, and by 2031
Jiminy,
the colony would
I
reach
do declare.
20 colonists. One of the participants there
Yeah.
is a story to tell.
Cheers,
Former
brother.
NASA researcher Joseph Roche signed up for selection to help
I want
further
my
popularize
big hair
space
in the
science.
shot.
To his surprise,
My
he ended
big
up on the
hair
top
must
100
be in the
shortlist out of
shot.
200,000 applicants. The 200,000 figure was a lie. Worse, according
Cheers.
to Roche,
Cheers,
some of the
everybody.
leading contenders had
Billy
taken
Valentine
multiple
and the
positions
Rumblers.
in
That's
the
Token
league.
Tony
Though it
Z.
appeared
Right there in the
that
Rumble.
after passing the filter, applicants received points. The amounts were completely arbitrary, and applicants could get additional points by buying Mars One merchandise and through gifts and donations. Otherwise, Roche, despite being on the top 100 list of prospective Mars colonists, never met anyone from Mars One in person. The original plan was to conduct interviews at set locations and be tested for several days, which then got changed into a 10-minute Skype call. Medical examination for colonizing Mars had to be done by each applicant on their own at their local doctor. Otherwise, applicants had to fill out an online test and record a short video about themselves, which they had to upload to the Mars One website. The Skype interview came after, during which Mars One's chief medical officer quizzed you with questions from literature about Mars and the mission that Mars One had provided to all the applicants. That's some very serious selection process you got there. But for me personally, the absolute best part of Mars One is how financing was envisioned. So how was it envisioned? Well, of course, through a reality TV show.
What?
Yes, this was the actual plan for funding, televising the application process, and then the colonists' day-to-day lives on Mars. Cool, so besides the overwhelming stress and psychological pressure of living on Mars with 19 others in a confined space, people also have to be on camera constantly to shoot a reality TV show to gain funding on which their survival depends. No pressure. And I'm sure nothing could ever go wrong with that. You know, filming people under extreme psychological pressure with deteriorating mental health. It's day 80 of the Live on Mars reality show, brought to you by Mars One. Over here we have John writing a manifesto on the wall with appears to be his own feces, having done intense research into
see who that
vicious
is?
ballistic weapons. In the hallway, Julie
The
is
conspiracy dude from Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Animalistic rage. James is blackout drunk for the 75th consecutive day. Robert is hanging from the ceiling. So where is Mars One now? I'm sure they're working hard to. The company went bankrupt in 2019. Well,
He's like,
that's
it's
not
all a big
unexpected.
conspiracy!
Humanity's hopes of colonizing planets have been dashed by this company that planned on colonizing Mars through a reality TV show. God damn, this was stupid. Anyway, so this was my video about a Mars colony and why it's a stupid
Mars
idea for the time
colony.
being, at least. And I thank you for watching, and don't
Dude,
forget to like and subscribe.
that
and I
was
repeat, if you want to
awesome,
support-
bro. This guy was awesome. Who is that? Adam something. I'm subscribing, bro. I'm subscribing. He must have a lot. Yeah, he's got 1 million subscribers. And that video's got 1.8 million views, and that's great. Because that's the kind of shit, that debunking kind of shit that everybody needs to see. So they understand that Elon Musk is a fucking snake oil salesman. You know, and he's playing the goddamn world. You know, with technology he's stolen from other people. God, he's such a douchebag. My cousin's kid loves him. My cousin.
Billy Valentine. Zuck gave Meta partners a $100 Christmas bonus. How is that possible? There's a couple million of us. That's an easy 200 million. How?
I don't know. Meta partners. God damn. Dude, I don't know. He just lost $100 million investor in his fucking Meta. So I don't know what the fuck that's about. It doesn't even it doesn't even make sense to me. I'm totally confused right now. So, this guy, fucking Pat the Burner, he's awesome. I don't know why I haven't had
Billy
him on the show.
Valentine.
I'm sure he'd come on here
Anyone who gets paid to post.
to interview him.
He calls us pro creators.
But,
I get $10 a video I post.
We could check him out anytime. He's just all about the fucking science and shit, man. He reminds me of I can't think of that girl from TikTok. She's on TikTok and she's got like Instagram, TikTok. She's on Twitter. Hill D, with her father and the masks thing, and the science and shit. And he's the same way. I'm going to tell him right now. It's refreshing to have people like you on Twitter, just sharing facts around science, and sad that you have to even say that to somebody. His tweet has 446 views and it's only got 18 likes. Says everything you need to know about what people think about science and the truth around what's going on with catching this shit. If you catch it, the thing I will not say. Why people wear masks. His tweet says this. This is at Pat the Burner, you guys. BERNER. He says U.S. life expectancy dropped 3 years since 2019. Here, let me get this off the screen. We don't need this on here. Or we could just move this here because I'm reading this tweet. Right? He says, we know, is evading vaccines, evading treatments, causes brain damage, impairs immunity for months, and long COVID often results in long-term permanent disability. Imagine the drop in life expectancy to come after letting it rip. In other words, after people just stop trying, what's going to happen to life expectancy? And, ask yourselves, do you care that a lot of people are dying? Has it affected you personally? It's affected me personally. It definitely has affected me personally. I wish this never happened. I don't want to run out and catch this. I don't think you should run out and catch this. I think Jimmy Dore or, Fox News or anybody else, Tim Pool, that I've heard tell their audiences that they should run out and catch this, should, be commanding the kind of audiences that they do. But I don't have any control over that, and I wouldn't want to control it. I would just hope that people tune out of programs where people have been giving you really bad information, because this right here, this is what happens when people believe that garbage. Life expectancy just So, I know a lot of you it's affected. We've literally lost some of our viewers to this thing. And it sucks. So, don't play the lottery with it. You know, don't listen to people like Jimmy Dore that tell you it's okay to run out and get natural immunity. They're lying to you. They are lying to you. Okay? God. So do I have a Billy, do I have a banner now? Did the algo pick it up, son? Do I got a banner? Do I got a banner of my show? Is there a banner? Hey, disclaimer. Disclaimer, not misinfo. Look at this, so. What are we talking about, oh? Shutting it down, yo. Looking at me. Looking at you. Hey, yo. My mom's like, what the fuck are you doing over there? I'm sure. Should we see what Adam put up on the internet? He made a clip. What is this? What is this? What is
Billy
this?
Valentine.
What is this, Velvet?
Well, it's Jesus Santa God. HT, the audience, is a gonna be thin.
I said there's something here.
No banner yet.
So I'm like, what is this? Like, there's something on the floor. Oh, here it is. Oh, I got it. It's a diced onion. That's right, everybody. A diced onion from the hot dog I had
Eaten how?
after I vacuumed the floor.
5 GS of sugar.
And what's this right here? It's another diced onion. That's right, 2 diced onions on the floor. Diced onions from my hot dog. If you were wondering, I mean, I told you there was something on the floor. I wasn't fucking around. I wasn't lying. I literally stopped the fucking bit.
Whoa, I don't like it.
Billy Valentine.
Just to report in.
I keep my onions there too. Onion Brothers.
What is this, dude? I picked something up off the floor. It's a diced onion! Diced onions on hot dogs. Rock! My mom made kick-ass hot dogs tonight. Psh, 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 psh. Nobody's even making diced onions anymore, palsy. What are you even not doing? Psh, I'm up here, pal. This is where I reside. Most guys are down here. Not me. I'm up here. Because I need it up here. I need the lift. You know what I mean? Up here, palsy. I need some freaking girth here. I need some freaking clearance when I'm walking around, palsy. Psh, unreal. Nobody's even doing it like you anymore. Psh, unreal, pal. What are you even not doing over there? What's the Bitcoin not doing nothing? Psh. What are you doing, Bitcoin not doing nothing anymore, palsy? Psh, unreal. Nobody's even not doing you anymore, pal. What are you doing sitting at 833? Nobody's even not sitting at 833 anymore, Bitcoin. What are you doing 832? Nobody's even doing it. So you can just watch videos for the last week and it's just been right there. Hey, palsy wowsy, what are you doing there, pal? Why not and what for? Is there a bear outside? It doesn't matter, because my bananas are frozen to death. I left the leaves on them. There's like a center leaf. There's a center leaf that's coming out of a couple of them that, I don't know, I don't think they're going to make it. I don't know. I mean, if I covered them, they probably would. But it's going to be like 4 days of this fucking freeze. Let's see. Right now, the temperature outside is, well, it says 41 degrees. The freezing will happen in the morning. Yeah, it's going to get down to 29, then 26, then 29, then 31. Then the freeze is over. So the last night of the freeze is Tuesday morning. (7 a.m.) Yeah, that's it. So Tuesday morning, 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 7 a.m. That's it. And then it's over. But it's going to be freezing at these early morning hours. You know, crazy, 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 crazy. Hey, there's nothing in this bong. Look at this. There's a problem right there. I don't even know. What are you even not doing that for, Palsy? You got a clean one right here. Look at you.
Billy Ballantyne.
Billy!
What's bugging you?
What's bugging me is I missed 7:10, I guess. I got a little bit. You know, nothing really bugs me in the morning because I will literally just snort half a line of super ultra potent super male vitality in the morning. And it's just so ultra potent that I will only snort half a line of ultra potent super male vitality because it is just so ultra potent.
It's so ultra potent.
You know what you want to do there? You just want to scoop up a little bit, and just snort it straight down. You want to get it all the way down, One solid snort. I really hope there aren't any seeds in here. I'd be so sad. Seed, no seeds, please. I should probably look at this. Billy Mays here with the Power Oxygen. You got a stain that you want it to go away? Don't you worry. We're going to send it to Paraguay. That's right, with the Power Oxygen. OxyClean and the Power Oxygen. Hey everybody, I'm Billy Mays. Hey, is your bong looking like it's got some stains that are pains and you want them to go to Spain? That's alright, because with the Power Oxygen and OxyClean, it'll go away today. Power, Oxygen, OxyClean, Billy Mays. What's bugging me, Billy, is nobody's chatting in the chat. That's what's bugging me.
Billy Ballantyne.
Paraguay. That's like a pirate town.
Paraguay. That's like a pirate town. Or some shit.
Some shit.
Billy Ballantyne. Ha ha.
Yes. Do you know it was so funny? Somebody, I can't remember who it was today, was in the chat, was like, oh, it was, god damn, dude. It was Michael Schwartz. It was Michael Schwartz. And he said, damn, he started making the chat girl flirt with him or some shit. The chat voice. So he was writing script as the chat bot, like, calling herself sexy and whatever. I didn't really catch the whole thing. I was really high when it happened. I can't remember what went down, but I do remember it was fucking hilarious. I was like, that's fucking funny. He's like, damn, I was like getting distracted by how hot the chat voice is or something. He didn't like it.
Billy Ballantyne. My favorite thing about Billy Mays is he was so anti-drug.
I know, it's fucking,
very family-oriented.
He had cocaine in his system when he died.
Ha 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 ha, I can't.
Billy Mays snorting some cocaine on an airplane. That's right, I'm going to Spain. Billy Mays. cocaine.
8-ball.
8-ball, quarter pocket, my nostril. Billy Mays. The power of cocaine. I'm Billy Mays, and that's the power of cocaine. That's fucking funny. Oh my god. Oh my god.
You know, that's why he's happy and talking like that.
I'm cleaning stuff, but I'm not using OxyClean. I'm just using water. Why? That's the power of cocaine. uh, Billy Mays, oxygen. I need some because I snorted too much cocaine. That's the power of oxygen reviving me
Tracy
from a
Sanders.
near heart attack from
Happy
snorting too
Christmas.
much cocaine. Tracy Sanders is snorting too much cocaine on Christmas. That's why we call it Christmas, folks. Get the whole white reference? And the snow? When I'm dashing through the snow, I'm snorting heavy lines of cocaine. Dude, it's like the more you say the word, the more uncomfortable it is. Every time you say the word, it's like, ugh. Dude, for me, oh God. Dude, for me, it's the cringest word. It is like, I don't know. Maybe like okay, all racist words, boom, those are first. But then right after all racist words, that's like pretty cringe word for me to say repeatedly.
Yeah, over and over and over and over.
Cringe. Ugh. Yeah, I got a history.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, I'm Billy Mays. I've got a history around snorting
Billy
cocaine.
Valentine. I think I've had a few heart attacks, but fuck those guys.
Oh, my sound shut off. Dude, why did my sound just shut off and then affect my brightness in a disturbingly bright way? That is just not cool. Okay, let's do this first, because that's just some black hole sun shit. Okay, now, let's figure out... Okay, I know how to fix the sound, because I'm cool like that. I know what to do. I've been here before, and my bowl is packed. I'm ready. I'm rocking ready, baby. We're changing the way this is plugged in here, baby. We're turning this back on. Mate, that's not a knife. This is a knife. That's just a razor blade. That's a razor blade. This is a knife. That's just a little razor blade. Are you going to shave with that little razor blade? Are you going to shave with that razor blade? Are you going to shave with that razor blade? I've got a knife. Now, this is a knife. Look at this. Now, this is a knife. That's a knife. Okay, so. It's 4:20, 6 minutes and 15 seconds late. Jiminy.
Well, you know.
Jiminy, are you ready for a bong hit?
I've got a joint that. Oh boy. Yeah. Me and the missus are.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody. Billy, Tracy, everybody that's down here, Token Tony Z in the Rumble, feel free to chat it up. Join the chat by subscribing to the channel. Give me a Rumble. Click the plus sign there too, guys. Thank you. I think I've got like a bunch of Rumbles. I'll tell you how many Rumbles I got. I've got 1,810 rumbles. Cheers. I'll smoke to that.
Billy Valentine. Jiminy, are you ready to babysit my wooden puppet? Dumbass thinks he's alive. I'll pay, of course.
Okay,
Do this thing.
Okay, Geppetto.
Do this thing. I mean, if the fee's right, the problem is the airfare, right? I have experience with wooden puppets.
Sing the bare necessities, Jiminy.
It's the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities, the thing, the bare necessities of life. Yeah, I can't remember the rest of it.
What did Jiminy Cricket sing?
Jiminy. Oh, he sang When You Wish Upon a Star? Yeah. When you wish upon a star.
Was that Jiminy Cricket, really?
Yeah.
Dude, I love that because my clock, my mom's clock over here on the wall, it's got that for one of their chimes.
There you go.
And I go, when you're smoking in the garden with Nay, you are getting high all day and stuff. You can smoke all the bong hits that you want to smoke and stuff, and they're good for you. It keeps going. It's long. It's like
Billy Valentine. One more thing. He's a fucking liar. He gets a hard on when he lies though, so I put his cock on his face. So you'll know.
Well,
oh, Billy! Billy's jokes are the best jokes. Oh, Billy!
Billy.
Billy's jokes. He entertains me so.
You're ever so
Billy,
crass,
he entertains me so. Try to get the brightness just right here. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird right there. It doesn't need to be right there. Dude, I was like playing earlier, like with Iceman and like Cyber, or like playing video game earlier, and I didn't even like, for like the first time in a long time, I didn't experience any pain in my body from sitting there and being in that position playing COD. I sucked, and I had no eye-hand coordination for some reason. But I mean, I was not even.
Billy Valentine.
I was one putting the gun in the right.
Half my jokes are cut
place.
and pasted.
But
because of science.
I ended up getting a double kill. I ended up, 2 dudes killed Cyber. I came around the corner and killed both those dudes. I was like, I fucking killed both of them, Cyber. He's like, hell yeah.
I can't stand dying and respawning that many times. It drives me fucking crazy.
I know. It's crazy. It's fast-paced game. But they've got a version of COD where there's tanks and fucking planes and choppers, and you just got to click on it. You just click on it, and then you're playing, and you can get in a tank, bro, and people can barely fuck with you, and you can just blow the shit out of people. I actually was really enjoying it. I was getting a bunch of kills in the tanks, just driving around, just popping the shit out of. Dude, people are just standing out there with sniper rifles, and you just roll up on them and go boom. It's hilarious.
Oh yeah, tanks. Not much you can do about that. I explosive round. Come on. Ruin your whole afternoon.
I said it's really sunken in that Elon Musk is a horrible person, and this dude woke Bob Slidell, from the Office Space. That guy followed me. It's cool. He liked that tweet and he followed me. I can't believe how many follows I've been getting on Twitter since I got that blue check. I wonder how many views that tweet's got. 17 views. That's it. It's really sunken in that Elon Musk is a horrible person. I think I should tweet the dumpster picture. For sure. Turbo Jerko's photo. I put it in as Turbo Jerko. Turbo Jerko. Boom.
Billy Valentine. My dog ate a plastic cup and shit that shit out no problem.
Dude.
I want a power, but hole too.
Oh, I've got the wrong volume thing up. Okay, my bad. That was really loud. Mom's gonna be pissed. Bro. She's over there watching a game show, bro. Uh-oh, Keith Richards is trending. Oh, no.
See, no, not him. Not for the wrong reasons.
Dude, Keith Richards using his guitar as a fucking axe weapon is the coolest thing you're going to see all day today. I promise you.
What?
Dude, he literally just pulls his guitar off and swings it at that dude. Oh my God. Boom. Dude, is this the coolest thing you've seen all day?
Holy shit. Does he connect?
Yeah, I mean, he hits him. He fucking hits him with it, for sure. The guy blocks his arm, his guy puts his arms up above his head, but he gets hit with that guitar. I mean, he's swinging it. He's swinging it at him, bro, so that hurt.
Man 66.
That fucking hurt, bro. He hit, and a guitar is heavy. So, I guarantee you that fucking hurt. Oh. Yeah, it looks like he hit him in the head. He got through, he got through his arms and hit him in the head.
The guitar continues.
I'll just watch it over and over again because it's great. Boom! Yeah, dude. Oh, he hit him twice. I think, wait. The music's great, too. Oh, God, he pummels that guy. It's not bullshit. He's just fucking soldier, bro. Get off my fucking stage. Get off my fucking stage. I will fucking beat you. God, dude, yes. Cyber needs to see that.
So, yeah, he's getting a little bit.
Dude grabs his guitar and beats this guy over his head. And hits him while there's balloons falling around. There's balloons, and he takes his guitar and he swings it and he hits him in the head, and then he hits him again with his elbow, and then he hits him again. It's fucking great.
Vegaman 66.
It never gets old.
Then he goes back to shredding.
Dude, it's like I just kind of want this one up in the corner too, just going, you know, just going during the stream. I think that should just be there going. With Keith Richards swinging his guitar at some stupid fucking fan. I can't believe that I've never seen this before. But I wish I had, because I probably would have done it by now had I really realized that this was something I could have done. It's nice to know that now I can do that. Oh, I love it, dude. I love it. It's like, I am Thor. Feel my hammer, bro. In more ways than just, this cool riff I'm going to play for you. Watch me pull this thing off and beat this dude over his head with it. That's a show, dude. That's a show. That's the Stones, baby. Nobody puts on a show like the Stones. I mean, I challenge you. Where have you ever seen this before? That is a whole other level of badass rock and roll musician, dude. Oh, dude, and he's just got the timing. It's like he's like waiting for that guy like a baseball, bro. Do you notice that? Watch. He sees the guy running up. Look, he looks. Okay, wait. He sees him, faces him. Boom! He's like, he's coming. He's got the timing right on it. Oh, man.
I told you he was getting knocked out.
Dude, I wish we could see 4 seconds before. He's totally... This is phenomenal. I'll just keep watching the show. I got it on the big screen here. Oh, it looks like he elbowed the guy in the face, too. Fuck, dude. Keith Richards will fuck you up. Keith Richards is trending on the internet right now, on Twitter. And I don't know why, but if for any reason, it should be for this video, because this video is great. I can't stop watching it. Dude, imagine Mick Jagger doesn't miss a fucking note. I think he even says that a man comes up and attacks you on stage or something like that. He's like even singing about it. Doesn't miss a fucking note while he's singing. Just keeps on singing and rocking.
Oh, it's his birthday today. Keith Richards' birthday today. 79 years old. So there you go. Wow, he's almost 80 years old.
He's asking me, dude, I'm getting ready to do some shit right now. I'm all excited.
Billy Ballantyne.
Fucking making some
Think
moves.
about how much acid,
Making
meth,
moves.
and whiskey was behind that swing and kick.
Making moves, baby. And think about how much acid was behind that swing. Dude, he kicked him too? Did I miss something? Dude, I cleaned up my desk space tonight. I vacuumed down here. I cleaned everything. I moved there. I got all the crap out of here. I made it really nice. It's really cool. What song are they singing? Satisfaction. I can't get no ba-na-na, satisfaction.
Billy
Sure.
Valentine. Looks like he hit him with the guitar.
I never knew this song.
Dude grabs it. So Keith kicks him in the cocktail weenie.
Ooh. Oh. Getting fucking brutalized by Keith Richards. Getting brutalized by Keith Richards.
Patrick John Welder. Christmas
Priceless.
or New Year's?
Priceless.
I tend to like New Year's better, lol.
Dude, I can do that. I can totally do that right now. Here, watch this. Watch this. It'll be great. This is going to be fun as hell. Keith Richards hitting you over the head with his guitar. Priceless. I did it. I did it. I did it. All right, change it back. Change it back. How do I do it? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I like that there's two dudes like chasing after the guy. So this is how far behind the guy they were, that Keith Richards literally had the opportunity to hit him
Patrick
three
John
times
Welder.
before these guys caught up to
I
him.
was today years old when I
The one
figured
guy
out
was
the
kind of
people
waiting.
called Bruce
The one guy was
Springsteen
kind
the
of
boss.
waiting there while Keith was beating him, I think. I don't know. He's like, that's right, hit him, Keith, hit him. Stay away, man. Keith is swinging again. Holy shit. It's like, don't you get the feeling that that's not the first time Keith Richards swung his guitar at somebody and used it as a full-on weapon?
No, that was definitely not the first time.
I do not think that was the first time.
Look, you see how he had it sideways so he could just slip it off over his
But
head?
do you know what's crazy? The Who used to smash it, right? Wasn't it the Who that used to smash the drums and the guitar? And they used to smash that shit at the end of the song, at the end of the show. Not before the song's over. Keith, not before the song's over. What are you doing? What if that's funny? That guy was just up there to stop Keith from destroying his guitar. He was just a roadie. He's like, Keith, no, not yet, not yet. Keith, no, don't destroy your guitar yet. It's the song's still going.
Fuck off.
I'm funny. Tend to take New Year's better. Happy New Year's. I was 2 years old when I figured out that people called Bruce Springsteen the boss. Really, Patrick? That's funny. Even I can't stand that. In fact, I was singing one of his songs today, just joking around or yesterday. Funny. And I was like, did I do good, Cypher? And he's like, yeah. It's funny. Oh, Wendy, we could be so good, and here with the sunset over the mountaintop in a car with this convertible top. To be here to hell. Dude, what is that guy doing afterwards? Wait, what is the guy doing? He's searching for something on the ground there. This guy right here, he's like, oh, get the balloon out of the way. We got a problem. We've got a problem.
Patrick John Welder. Dancing in the dark is my favorite. but that may be everyone's.
Bruce Springsteen, Dancing in the Dark. No, it's not everyone's favorite. No one likes Bruce Springsteen, dude. No one. Only Ron Placone. He's the only person who likes Bruce Springsteen. Only. Oh yeah, him and fucking Eddie Vedder and Cyber Reload. Those are the only three people, man. Girls comb their hair in the rear view mirrors of her, and we're going through the ride, and oh, I'm checking you out, and oh, is your daddy home, little girl? Oh, I'm fucking weird, sing weird shit.
Who the fuck is that?
Hey, little girl, I'm a weird old man, earner, server, all I can. I'm fucking weird. Oh, fucking Bruce Springsteen's weird. It's fucking weird. Hey, little girl, is your daddy home? What the fuck are you, dude? Some night prowling fucking rapist
Patrick
creep
John Welder. Born in the USA, didn't age well, lol.
Born in the USA, I was born in the USA, I was born in the USA, I was born in the USA, yeah. I don't know the rest. That's all I know. Keith Richards, swing, bada, 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 swing, bada, bada, swing. That third one, he's like, oh, I'll get you one more time on the way out. They keep rocking. I'm rocking. I gotta play these chords. Nick's like, hell yeah, that's exactly how we do it, son. Mick Jagger's like, he's all watching that shit go down. Got his fucking yellow pantyhose on. He's got his blue fucking. He's got his goddamn blue knee pads on.
Yeah, he's ready to go.
He looks like a goddamn superhero. I'ma fly through the air. All the balloons are flying around. Look at the balloons. You know, there's one thing that you don't notice as well. All this is going on. Look at all the balloons that are falling right now. Look at them all. They're just all falling right now. All falling right now, you know. They're both, look at all the balloons. They're all falling right during, it's like they're trying to put the fight out with the balloons. Drop him down, drop him down. There's a crazy man on stage. We can take him with our balloons. He won't be able to walk, man. Make it really hard for him to walk. Drop all the balloons on him.
They really are impeding him.
We're making a balloon wall. Form of a wall of balloons.
I wonder if they lost him in the balloons and he got away.
With an everlasting kiss. Alright, so you guys are great and fantastic, and of course I love you all. And there's some craziness going on in the Bitcoin chart, but it's just been doing this all day. It just keeps hitting this point and bouncing back down, which it just did. So I just want you guys to know I'm fucking here. We're hanging out. I'll see you. I don't think I'll be going live tonight late. This is it, I believe. It's almost 2-hour show. But I love you guys, and we'll see you. It's fun. I'm having fun. I'm having a good time doing these shows, so I'll see you in the morning. And
Hoot and howl. Been fun listening.
I hope you got good in the high, because I certainly did. All right, bye guys.
I got stoned.
And fuck YouTube. And oh, I'm over on Twitter at Nate's Garden. So come check me out on Nate's Garden at Twitter. On Twitter at Nate's Garden. And
Hoot and howl.
we're having fun over there. All right.
Absolutely.
Maybe we'll do a space or something.